Good Friday morning, SJSH, and here are some Friday morning announcements for you. First, I would like to give some birthday shout outs. So we have, I think we ended with Michael Gadawa, who was on the 21st. So happy birthday again, Michael. And then Liam Mulder, your birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Liam. And then today we have AJ Knapp. Your birthday is today, AJ. Happy birthday. And also Mrs. Gore, her birthday is today. Happy birthday, Mrs. Gore. Emily Hill, your birthday is next week. Happy birthday, Emily. And then we have two birthdays on the 30th. Reed Bryant and Jake Hall. Happy birthday. So to all of our April birthdays, right from Audrey, Mason, Finley, Marcus, Laura, Aaron, Andreas, Malik, Michael, Liam, AJ, Emily, Reed, and Jake. We wish you all a wonderful, happy birthday. Okay, next, I want to go into some shout outs. So, first shout out comes from a parent actually, and she would like to give a shout out to Mrs. Taurus. It says, she has been phenomenal in ensuring that students have the best online experience possible. Her daily lesson plans are crystal clear and always sent ahead of time so parents or students have enough time to print or take whatever action is needed or required. She also sets up virtual classrooms which keep everyone organized with access to any materials or information that we might need. Her proactivity and organization are exemplary. We are so lucky to have her help navigate this as our online journey. That was from Miss Nicole Mahler. Thank you so much. Yes, I am super proud of Miss Taurus. She is a young class, and yet she has created such a successful online experience for them. So thank you so much, Miss Taurus. Next shout out comes from Miss Lewis. She would like to give a shout out to Dante for being meticulous with his mosaic and art class and really taking his time to create an amazing finished product. I would also like to, or she would also like to give a shout out to Amar Shah for doing really well with the biodiversity review in science class and for volunteering lots of answers. Oh, I love to hear that. Thank you, Dante, and thank you, Amar. All right, our next shout out goes to one of our students on our online classes for Mr. Zister's class. So Mr. Zister would like to give a shout out to Sophie Lee for great participation and amazing work ethic, and also to Matthew Langridge for constant participation and his continual work ethic. Sophie, Matthew, and Mr. Zister's class, way to go! I love it. Thank you so much for your hard work. All right, next, Mr. DeMarco has a few shout outs. His first shout out he wants to give to Ella Verbanek for all the effort she put into her grade 11 English course. Ella spent over 3 hours on her final English exam and was able to write 15 meaningful pages. As Ella works towards her goal to attend medical school, it has been a great experience for the entire class to watch her grow into the ambitious goals she has set for herself. Enjoy your 4 months off, Ella. See you in the fall. Congratulations, Ella. I think I've given you a few shout outs in here, but you deserve every single one that you get. I'm so proud of your hard work. And parents, if you're wondering why she has 4 months off, she's in grade 11, and so she has the option of taking the May-June semester off. So she's not attending in the May-June semester, but we'll see her back in September. So yes, enjoy your extra long summer, Ella. The next shout out from Mr. DeMarco goes to Matthew Layman. Over the past 4 months, I have seen Matthew help out in a number of areas around the school, such as with parking duty, making Miss Mallory feel welcome during her internship, and always sharing his baked treats with his classmates. Matthew always puts others ahead of himself and has the kindest scholar's St. Jude spirit. Great job, Matthew. I know, I agree. I love seeing Matthew helping out with everything and anything here at the school. The School Spirit Award is definitely Matthew's. Next, he says, Mr. DeMarco says, I have never seen any student more curious in the different sections of the brain than Jaden from Miss Schumer's class. A neuroanatomy cerebrium occipital lobe shout out goes to Jaden for paying extra close attention to our guest speaker, Sierra Bacchus, in her presentation. And while Jaden was trying to learn everything she could from her. Keep up the great work, Jaden. And Sierra, that was a great presentation. So a small shout out to you as well for giving an incredible presentation, and to Jaden, thank you. The next shout out he would like to give is to Mireille in her grade 9. In grade 9, it says, for making enough brownies to feed the entire law class before the school closure occurred. Even with tests and assignments due, Mireille made time for what is truly important in life, sugar, brownies, and Oreos. On behalf of the grade 12 law students, thank you so much for giving us the adrenaline rush to be the best lawyers that we can be. And thank you, Mireille. That was very kind of you to share some baked goods. Lastly, he wants to give a shout out to Christopher G for pranking Mr. DeMarco. It says, after I asked everyone in the lunchroom to put away a cell phone, Chris proceeded to put what I thought was his cell phone back to his ear. He says, I was upset and disappointed in Christopher, and I walked right up to him to take the cell phone, and then he showed me it was his calculator, and he smiled. He says, all good things come to end. We'll see you next term. So he just thought that was a funny little prank that Christopher pulled on him. So thank you, Mr. DeMarco, for your shout outs. All right, next shout out again comes from a parent. It says, please, can you give a shout out to Miss Adele? The progress that Ari has made being one-on-one with her since September is absolutely incredible. The effort and time she puts in just blows my mind. Even at night, during her home time, she's always thinking of new ideas to help Ari's progression to independence. Almost every day, she has a new idea of how to help her teach her to do incredible things. She even has joined the Pitt Hopkins page on Facebook to observe others and really dive into Ari's world. She goes above and beyond what I would have ever expected from a teacher. You can feel how much she cares when she speaks about Ari's accomplishments. I could write a whole novel on how much we appreciate and love her. We are so grateful for her. Just the thought of her not being in our lives one day breaks my heart. She is just amazing. Thanks so much. And that is from Amanda and Ari. Miss Adele, we are so lucky to have you working with Ari, but also on our staff. You are truly amazing, and we are just so lucky to have you. Next shout out comes from another parent, and this one comes from Katia, and it goes to Mrs. Farrell. She would like to give a shout out to Mrs. Farrell. She's been nothing but amazing with our kids. I personally could not do it without her, and I want to thank her for her patience, support, and understanding during these difficult times. She is literally the best teacher to my son, and I want to thank her for that. I appreciate everything she does to make these difficult times as easy and as smooth as possible for everyone. Thank you. I know. I'm just, Mrs. Farrell is just absolutely amazing. She really is. And to have her on staff, I'm just one lucky principal to have a whole school full of amazing staff, but absolutely Mrs. Farrell. Thank you so much. Next shout out comes from Miss Towers. She would like to give a shout out to her whole class. Not only are they adapting online again, they are growing and learning. It isn't always easy, but they are resilient and they are trying their best every single day. Together with their parents, we are a true team. These kids amaze me every day. Congratulations, Miss Towers' class. I'm so happy to hear that. All right, Miss Ramirez has a shout out. She would like to give a shout out to her grade 1s and 2s. They have been working really hard during the Zoom lessons, always participating and being in good spirits. I am very proud of each and every one of them. Room 3 rocks, she says. Oh, Mrs. Ramirez, thank you so much. And great job, room 3. Thank you. All right, Mr. McKee, he has a shout out. He would like to give a shout out to Caleb, who has always been very engaged and participating in lessons and getting all of his work done. Caleb, that's amazing. Congratulations. And then to James in Mr. McKee's class. He is always the first to participate in the discussions and to help break the ice when Zoom class starts. Thank you so much, James. It's wonderful to hear. Caleb, James, thank you. Next shout out is from Miss Young. She wants to give a shout out to Michael and to River in her class. Michael has been working so hard every single day. He is in SK and he's working through grade 1 curriculum to make sure he's ready for next year. He shares his work with me every single day and I can see how much he's improved already despite learning at home. He is focused, he cares about his work, and his confidence is growing. She says she is so proud of you, Michael. Thank you for being a scholar. That's amazing. Michael, I love it. You were starting to show me all your good work before the closure and I can't wait to see more of it again. Her next shout out goes to River. River has been working hard at home with her mom and sister every day. She prints out all of the work, follows along with my videos, and keeps all of her work organized in her own binder. River is showing excellent skills in organization and responsibility, and she's only in JK. River has shown me she is a scholar and continues to work hard and surprises me more and more every day. River, that's so amazing. I'm so proud of you. My last shout out comes from Miss A. She wants to give a shout out to AJ. She says, it was so awesome having AJ in our art and drama classes. He jumped into our performances even though he was just involved in the end of the project and was very supportive of the other students in the group. His positive attitude and enthusiasm were very encouraging. Awesome, AJ. I'm so proud of you. Way to go. Her last shout out goes to her whole class. Getting through the last week was tough, but they made it through and now we can all enjoy a well-deserved April break. I am very proud of them all. I am proud of you all too. Which leads us to the next thing. This is the last Friday before our April break. So starting Monday to Friday next week, we are on our April break. There will be no classes. Actually, there will only be 3 classes going next week. Mrs. Scott, Mr. Zister, and Mrs. Thompson's classes. You will be going next week. No one else will be in class. So there'll be no Zoom classes for my in-person learning, and there will be no in-person classes for any of my special education St. Jude's kids. Only the online at-home private school students will have classes next week. And we will be back again on May the 3rd. Now, I want to talk a bit about our graduates. I know this is a bit of a long video, and I appreciate you sticking around past this mark. My graduates just won't get what they deserve this year, and I wasn't able to do really anything for my graduates last year, and I don't know, I'm very hopeful that I'll be able to do something for my graduates this year, but I won't be making any plans until late May, early June. So any of my graduates and my families who have children that are graduating, please just hold on a little bit for my plans. Until I know exactly kind of where we're at and what state we're in June, then I can decide what we're going to do moving forward with that. So, but I just want to reassure you that I've got my wheels moving. You are incredibly important to me, and I really would like to do something special for you. It might be very unique this year, but I still want to do something. So I just want to say an incredible congratulations to the following people. Brianna Ahrens, congratulations. She ended with an overall 90%, over a 90% average. She's headed into health sciences. She has eyes on being and going to med school. Brianna, I'm so proud of you. Samir Azizi, man, the work you've put in these last few years to just stay on track and to give it your all, I am so proud of you, Samir. You only have a few classes left of this year, and then you've graduated, and I just want to say how proud I am of you and all the hard work you've put in. Dakota Bacchus. Dakota. Man, I'm going to be sad to not see you walk around these halls. It still feels like you're in grade 7 and grade 8 to me a little bit. You are an incredible student. You are going to go far. His graduating average was 95%, which just blows my mind because we have rigorous standards here. And to have a student reach that standard, it's just incredible. Dakota, I'm so proud of you. He's headed into architecture into next year, and he's also our class valedictorian for the 2021 school year. He also will be featured as one of our KW top students. So Dakota, congratulations. Mateen Bayani, man, I'm so proud of you, Mateen. You were only a student with us for a couple of years, but the growth you went through from entering as a leaving the public system as a grade 10 student, struggling grade 10 student, coming to us, and man, did you ever bloom and blossom into an incredible student. I see the hard work you put in. I see your maturity, your growth. I'm so proud of you, Mateen. I can't wait to see where you go and what you all do with life. So thank you so much and congratulations. Holly, you've done such a great job this year. I'm so proud of you. All of the hard work you've been putting into your King classes and your online classes and all the classes here, and the effort that I see you put in every single day is just admirable. You've only been with us the 1 year, but again, the growth I've seen and the tremendous improvement in your scholastics has just been incredible. Holly, I'm so proud of you. This will always be your home. Even though you've only been here 1 year, this will always be your home. Always come back and visit us. I'm so proud of you, Holly. Paul Coffey graduates with us. He joined us as a struggling St. Jude student some years ago. And I've talked about this before with a couple other students with the growth that they've shown, but Paul's growth was incredible. Paul didn't even believe in himself when he came here. I think he was just hoping to graduate. Not only is he graduating, but he got into all of his programs. He's headed to Conestoga for the robotics program, their university degree program, and I am blown away by the dedication and the growth in this young man, and I am so proud of you, Paul. Thank you for choosing us, and thank you for letting us help you get to where you are today. Tanya Demdanovich, you great, again, 1 year with us, and yet you've grown so much. The effort and energy you put into our school, the school spirit you showed, the athletics that you showed, the drive that you show, man, it was a pleasure to work with you this year. You're such a fine young lady. You're gonna go far. Always come back and let us know how it's going and what you're doing. I'm so proud of you, Tanya. Next graduate, Ishmeet Gill. Oh, Ishmeet, man, this one is smart. Oh my goodness, she's headed off doing financial math and accounting. And if in the future you ever need like a mortgage broker or mortgage advice or financial advice, this is the young lady to go to. She is going to go far in the world of finances. Ishmeet, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. Next graduate was Hannah Gramlow. Hannah, here's another fine example of somebody who came to us as a struggling student, and yet we could all see the potential that she had, and then to see her graduate, she had this desire of going to Western University, and I just don't think she saw any pathway to get there when she'd first come to us. And I'll never forget the day that she just quietly poked her head into the office and she said, "Mrs. McKee, I got in." And just the joy on her face. So she's heading to Western next year at King's College for their political science, which is dear to me because that's my degree. So way to go, Hannah. I'm so proud of all the hard work you put in, Hannah. Congratulations. Pran, I love you. You're wonderful. Thank you so much for choosing us for your last year of high school. Much like the other students, the effort that you put in, and then the school spirit and that you just dove into our leadership program. I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad that you chose us for your final year. I can't wait to see where you go. Congratulations. And again, this is always your home. Come back whenever. Rachel Hall's our next graduate. Congratulations, Rachel. Again, 1 year with us, but what such growth. We are so, as a school, we've been so blessed by this year to have these wonderful grade 12s. They ran all of the activities, the few activities that we could have this year. And Rachel was no exception to being somebody who just dove in there and helped out. She would help into the kindergarten class. She loved working with the younger students. She has a passion for wrestling. She's going far. I'm so proud of you, Rachel. Congratulations again. And I can't wait to see where you go. Come back and visit us all the time. My next graduate is Mabel. Mabel, congratulations. When Mabel she's graduating early. I forget how old she is, but she's much younger than the other graduates. When she came to us from her country, I believe it was Nigeria, her marks were off the charts. And there was no point putting her in grade 9 and grade 10, even though that's where her age was. So she started with us in grade 11, even though I believe age-wise she should have been grade 9 or grade 10. And she's graduating with an over 90 average. She's got the whole world in front of her. Mabel, the fine young woman you've turned into, I'm so privileged to have chosen us as your school. Thank you so much for picking us. I can't wait to see where you go. I have 3 more graduates. Nicole Potranco. Nicole, we're gonna miss you so much. Again, she was such a force in the school with all of the leadership that she put into the school, the volunteering with Ari, going outside recess duty, helping with lunchtimes with the younger kids, participating on student council and running events when we had them, and yet keeping her mark strong. And we're just going to miss you so much around here, Nicole. I'm so proud of everything you've accomplished here, but I know everything you're going to accomplish in the future. So continue to keep us updated on where you are and what you're going. Again, I'm so proud of you, Nicole. My next graduate is Chase. Chase! Again, he's been with us since grade 9. I cannot believe I'm not going to see him in my hallways next year. Chase has been a force in the school right from the get-go, right from grade 9. He jumped into leadership. He's been on every council and every activity, planning dances and spirit days and everything. Everything that we did leadership-wise his last 4 years, Chase was behind it. And those are some awful big shoes to fill for whomever is going to fill them next year. Chase, we're going to miss you. You're an incredible young man. You're an incredible student. Again, this student is getting over a 90 average in his classes. He's headed into engineering next year, and I'm just so proud of you, Chase. I don't know what I'm going to do without you here next year. We're going to miss you. And my last graduate is James Reckers. James, here's another perfect example of a student that came to us who in grade 8 and grade 9 was struggling, was not getting everything he needed and needed extra support. And over the years, we backed off on our accommodations and support with him. And now he's an over 80 student. He's off to university getting a history degree. James, I couldn't be more proud of the young man you've turned into, the incredible student you are. And again, thank you so much for choosing us as your school. This is your home forever. So again, congratulations to my graduates, Brianna, Samir, Dakota, Mateen, Holly, Paul, Tanya, Ishbeat, Hannah, Prawn, Rachel, Mabel, Nicole, Chase, and James. We are going to miss all of you so much, and I am so proud of each and every one of you. And again, I will do anything I can to give you a special ceremony in June if I'm allowed to. So stay tuned for any kind of special announcements with regards to any ceremony or anything that I can do for you in June. You've hung out with me for a little bit. I only have 2 last things. Next week is our April break. Thank you so much. The May newsletter is going to be coming out next week, and in the May newsletter, it will have the new Edmodo codes for the high school classes that are starting on May the 3rd. We will most likely be starting online. Hopefully we can come back shortly afterwards, fingers crossed, but we'll see what the government decides. And my very last thing, I have a small shout out to Mrs. Kaur. Mrs. Kaur has been on staff for 2 years now. She's a phenomenal teacher, but as some of you may know, she's actually moving to British Columbia. So she's off, and next week she's off and moving to BC. She has been an incredible math and science teacher for our senior maths and sciences. I saw a lot of students with teary eyes on her last day last week, and I know she's going to be very, very missed here at SJSH. We wish her all the best. And Mrs. Kaur, whenever you're back in the area, come back and visit us. And if you ever need a job, you call this gal and you're back on staff. We will miss you very much. So SJSH, sorry for the long video. Thank you for sticking around. Have a great April break next week. My online classes, Miss Scott's class, Mr. Zister's class, and Miss Thompson's class, you are still in next week. But again, everybody else, enjoy your April break. All right, SJSH, I hope you have a great week. Bye for now.